Hey guys, you're welcome to another thrilling episode of the Squash with Mabel, a space where real story meets real feelings. Here we talk about love, losses, healing, and everything in between. The messy, the beautiful, the stories it has taught us. Here we squash pretenses, we squash silences. We figure it out together, one conversation at a time. You know the drill, grab a coffee, let's dive into it. Shall we begin? They say a father is a daughter's first love, the man who teaches her how she deserves to be treated. But what happens when your first love never showed up? This is my story. The story of growing up with an absent father and how that absence broke me in ways I am still trying to understand. My father wasn't dead. He wasn't a stranger in another country. He was alive, just absent. Sometimes around, mostly gone. He would promise to pick me up for the weekend. I'd pack my little bag, sit by the window, waiting for a car that never came. The hours stretched. My mother would try to distract me. Food, cartoons, neighbors. But I sat there, staring at the road, believing that maybe this time he would come. He rarely did, and when he did, he was distracted. Present in body, absent in spirit. Always rushing, always half listening, phone in his hand, eyes elsewhere. I learned very quickly what disappointment tasted like. Bitter, familiar. By the time I was 10, I had stopped packing bags, but I never stopped waiting. As I grew older, his absence showed up in new ways. He wasn't there for my school plays. He wasn't in the crowd when I won an award. He wasn't the one who sat me down for the talk about growing up. Instead, I pieced together what it meant to be loved by watching other families. I envied friends whose fathers picked them up after school, who got hugs at the gate, who had someone to say, "I am proud of you." My father didn't say those words, and because he didn't, I started to believe I didn't deserve them. That maybe there was something wrong with me. That maybe I wasn't enough to make him stay. Now that I am grown, I see the fingerprints of his absence everywhere in my life. In my relationships, I search for men who are emotionally unavailable. I mistake neglect for normal. I confuse distance for love because that's what love looked like to me. Someone who always had one foot out of the door. I overcompensate. I try too hard to keep people close, afraid they'll vanish like he did. Or I push them away before they can leave me. Because abandonment for me isn't just a fear, it's a memory, a pattern. Even in my career, I catch myself striving endlessly. Achievements, promotions, degrees, all in some desperate attempt to hear the words he never said. "I'm proud of you." But the echo is always silence. One day, a friend asked me, "What would you say to your father if he was listening or sitting right here?" And I froze. Because a part of me still wants to ask why. Why wasn't I enough? Why didn't you fight to be in my life? But another part of me knows he probably doesn't have an answer. Maybe he was broken too. Maybe he didn't know how to stay. But the truth is, his absence became my inheritance, and I am still carrying it. A letter to my father. Dad, if you could hear me right now, I'd tell you that I waited. I waited by the window. I waited at birthdays. I waited in every corner of my life for you to show up, and you didn't. I tell you that your absence left cracks in me that I'm still patching. I'd also tell you this: I'm not waiting anymore. You broke me, yes, but you don't get to break my future. I will build the love, the home, the presence that you couldn't give. And when I look in the mirror, I remind myself I was always enough. You just weren't there to see it. An adult with a child's wounds, trying to build a life that doesn't repeat his mistake, trying to teach myself that love can be steady, that presence matters, that I am enough. Thank you so much for sharing this story. People that have grown up with an absent father or an absent mother can relate. And it's funny how there are quite a number of us. What I love the most about this story is how the writer was able to convert the pain to power. I always say in a household, two kind of people come out from each household, especially the household that's not perfect, is I went through this and I do not want anybody else to go through the pain, or I went through this and I want to do the exact same. You want to replicate what has happened in your household, and it takes a different kind of strength to see it, go through it, and make a conscious decision that it will not affect my future, it will not affect my family, because to be honest, it does break us. It breaks, as the writer said, overcompensating. You're waiting and begging for that recognition, to be accepted, for this person to see you, and then you're like, respective of that, I am going to do better. I'm not going to let it define me. And that is our take home today. If you're listening to this and you can relate, you are worth it. You're worth everything. Your value is not placed on someone's recognition of you. Your value is not placed on this person accepting you, regardless of this person. If we remove this person, you are still all that. So please do not let a parent's mistake, a parent's inadequacy, or shortcomings affect your future or the way you view life. Yeah, your mental health is a priority. Don't let anybody mess with it. Handle it like your life depends on it, because it does. Thank you again for sharing your story. If you want to share your story with me, you can do that via the Google form on the Squash Podcast on Instagram, or you can send it to me on the Squash Podcast as well on Instagram. You can send me an email. I got a couple of emails last week. You can either send it to my podcast email, the Squash Podcast, or to my personal email, BenitaMabel at gmail.com. If you'd like to be my guest, I would be so happy to have you. Keep sharing your stories. And if this resonates with you, anybody that you know, tell them to click the link and listen. Share, like, repost on YouTube. Please like and drop a comment. Thank you so very much for listening.